Hello everyone. Oh, don't mind that's my bed right there. I haven't put the mattress down. I'm in my new 2018 Freightliner. It's set up just like the 17. I guess I'll show it later, but stuff is everywhere and I haven't organized everything yet, so once I do, I'll show you. But it's just like the 17 video that I put up earlier. It looks just the same. It's set up exactly the same. There's no difference. It's just that it has less miles, a different radio, and the keypad is in a different place. Other than that, that's it. But it is brand new. I only had 175 miles on it. I want to decorate it, make it kind of homey, since, you know, this is my truck and I'm going solo. I'm excited and I'm nervous about it, y'all, so y'all pray for me here. But I wanted to do this video. I was asked what made me go what made me go lease versus company. And, you know, that's a good question, because coming into this, I had that question. I didn't know what to do. I heard about them both, but I didn't know the pros and the cons and what to weigh out. And especially when it was coming time to get out of training, you know, what were you gonna pick? Because you gotta know your next step. So, my trainer was Lease. So what I learned from him, the little about it, because he didn't teach me that much, just some trainers. Anyway, that's a different video. It made me want to go lease even more. Coming into this, I know that, well, I was new to trucking, brand new, knew nothing about the industry, knew nothing about what it was that I could do, couldn't do. I didn't know anything. But I know I wanted the flexibility to be able to pick my loads. You know, when your load comes through from the dispatcher, I wanted to be able to pick my loads, like, no, that one's not paying enough, or no, that's going to a region where I don't feel comfortable going, or I don't want to go. I wanted that flexibility because, you know, I was always in corporate America, so it was clock in at this time, take your break at this time. You build up only 2 days of PTO, so that's all you can go home with. I didn't want that anymore. You know, I have the flexibility to be able to go home when I want to. I can pick my loads, I can deny, you know, what loads I don't feel, you know, I just have that flexibility, and that is everything. The freedom is everything. It really is. Now with company is less of a risk. Most people go company first. Most new people coming into trucking, not really knowing anything about it, they go company first. Reason being, it's less of a risk. With company, your taxes are taken out for you. You don't have to worry about fuel, which is a major expense in this industry, if not the biggest. You know, you don't have to pay for fuel. You don't have to pay a truck note. You know, if you opt in for the insurance, it comes out of your check. Everything is taken care of for you. And most people like that, because they're like, well, I don't know this. Let me go company first and get an idea of how it is out there on that road by myself, or, you know, get an idea of the industry, which is not bad. That's nothing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You know, if that's what you want to do, then it's smart for you. You know. So yeah, a lot of people do that. With Lease, well, another thing with company is you are forced dispatched, meaning you can't say, well, no, I don't want that. Well, no, I don't want that. Or it's going to a region I don't really want. You know, you're a company driver, so what the company wants is what you got to get done. You know, now the company is not, if you feel like going there is dangerous for you and you feel like, you know, your life going to be in danger, you really can't handle it, then that's a different story. But if you just don't feel like doing that region, no, you need to go. With Lease, you have a lot more responsibility. It's essentially your own business. You have to pay for fuel. Fuel is a lot. If it was some magical way that I didn't have to pay for fuel while doing Lease, ooh, my settlements would be a whole lot more. You got to pay for fuel. You have a truck payment to pay. The truck payment is high I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. The truck payment is very high, and it's a weekly payment of, you know, 900 and something to 1,000 and something every week. You know, Prime has one of the highest, or if not the highest, I don't even know, lease payment for trucks. You know, so you have the lease payment, you have the fuel, you have to pay for tolls, you know, you have to pay for maintenance, depending on what it is, because if you have a new truck, some stuff might be under warranty, but generally your maintenance, your preventative maintenance, you got to pay for anything you have to pay for with lease. And that can be intimidating for some people, because you have a lot of people who don't see themselves as business minded, to be able to handle that, because not only do you have to keep a record or keep all of your receipts, you have to keep track of that and all of your expenses. You need to itemize them as you go. You know, I do that. I have a sheet that I get here from Prime. Everything is itemized. Everything you spend out, it's itemized, from showers if you had to pay for it, from clothes that you had to buy. Just everything is itemized, so it makes it really easy. I do mine by the month. Everything I write on there as I go. Everything that I'm writing on there, I have a receipt to correspond with it. And I'm very anal about that. I like to stay on top of my paperwork. I like to stay organized. So I had that confidence in myself, knowing that I would be able to do that. You know, some people are like, that's just too much to deal with. I don't know anything about taxes. I don't know anything. I'm just not going to do that and get myself in the hole. And yes, you can get yourself in the hole very badly. I've met some people who've done it. Not all of them were here, but yes, you do get yourself in the hole, because you have to pay your own taxes. You have to pay your taxes, meaning every check or every settlement that you get, you need to be putting aside a certain amount, so that however you pay it, if it's at the end of the year or if it's once quarterly, you need to have this money to pay the IRS. They're gonna come for you. You know, doing truck driving, you put yourself in a different tax bracket if you were not already making this much before. So if you start owing the IRS, they're gonna come for you. You're gonna be in their target. They're gonna come for you. So a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't even want to go that route. I don't want to do it. But me, I know I wanted that flexibility, and Prime is great because Prime has a lease driver option. Most companies just have lease purchase, where you lease a truck, you have to keep that lease. You cannot turn that truck. You need to keep that lease until you're finished with it. You know, Prime has a lease driver option, to where you can lease a truck. You're paying for it weekly. It's pretty high, but if you know, for some reason you don't like leasing, or if for some reason you have to turn in the truck, you can turn in that truck and walk away from that lease with no penalty. You know, there won't be a penalty, but they will inspect the truck to make sure nothing's damaged. That's a whole other video. I'll do a video on that, but because I just actually went to it from converting from team to solo, so I'll do a video on that. Let me write it down because my memory sucks. But yeah, you can just walk away from the lease, and there's no penalty, no amount you have to pay for breaking a contract, none of that. You know, so I thought that was a really good option that Prime has. So I chose to go lease. I wanted to just go out there, get my feet wet, and do it and see what I can handle. So far it's been okay. So far it has been okay. And I've not gotten to the point where like, whoa, this is too much, I need to just go company. I've not gotten to that point. I like going on vacations. I like going home to see my family. I like, you know, having that flexibility to go when I want to go. And this gives me that. And I would not change that for anything. You know, there are a few things that I would change while doing lease. Like that high truck payment, just bring it down a couple notches. It's a lot. But for the most part, it was good. Again, I was teaming with someone. So in a couple days here will be my first load solo by myself. I am nervous. I'm very, very nervous about it, but I'm excited about it. I know that I can handle the truck. I was doing it while I was team. And so, you know, we'll see. But overall, that's why I chose to go lease instead of company. It's very much a preference thing. You know, if you know yourself and you know that you're not going to keep up with your receipts, you know that you're not going to put any money away for taxes, which is, it's a trip. Like, you get a settlement, because with leasing, not every settlement is going to be a nice settlement. Sometimes you making just barely making it. You know, it's not gonna be a nice check every time. So when you see that and you're like, man, I gotta put this money away for taxes, sometimes you need to put a good little chunk away for taxes, and you kind of you kind of don't. So that's how people get messed up. They don't, you know, they don't. And, you know, myself, it's been settlements where I didn't put anything away for taxes, and it's been settlements that I have put some away for taxes. You know, either way, you want to do your best with that, because at the end of the year, you want to break even, you know, at least. You don't want to end up owing. So me, I'm hitting myself and tell myself to get on that, because yes, I need to do better with that as well, because before you, it's already April, y'all. Before you know, the end of the year will be here, and I'm gonna be a couple $1,000s short. And you're looking at the IRS, well, tell them to lower that truck payment, and maybe you'll have your taxes. But overall, yes. If you know that you'll be able to keep up with your receipts, which you need to, because there's so many things that you can write off on taxes. So many things. So yes, keep up with every receipt if you're gonna do lease. Please keep up with your paperwork if you're gonna do lease. I will do a video showing what I mean by the itemized sheet that you get here, and the way that I just put my receipts with. I'll do a video to show that as well, so you can have a visual. But yes, you want to keep track of that, because it's very, very, very important if you're gonna go lease. If I change my mind and want to go company later, I'll let you know. I will do a video, but so far, lease is where it's at. I wanted to jump right into a new industry, do something crazy, and just get my feet wet. It's like sink or swim. So far, I'm swimming, and it's great. So it's a preference thing, guys. So examine yourself. Examine yourself. Don't, you know, you can listen to what everybody else is saying, but examine yourself. If you know you are terrible with money, if you know you are terrible with paperwork, if you know that you are not going to do what you have to do business-wise, you might not want to do it. You might not want to do it. Or if you know that you're skittish, you know, if you're a scared person when you're driving, or, you know, you might not want to get into lease. You want to have the cushion of being company. You know, just examine yourself and see, be real with yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. And if you're company and you decide that you want to go lease, that's nothing. That is nothing but reroute back to the terminal to sign you up and get you a truck. And the same way with lease. If you're leased and you want to go company, you find that you don't like lease, it's too much of a responsibility, go turn in your truck and go company. It's just that easy. Prime is a great company, and they do have their stuff in order. They really do have their stuff in order. I commend them for that. They are very well organized, and I love it, because I've heard some horror stories about other companies, but I have no complaints right now. Yes, some stuff that can be changed a little bit, in my opinion, but other than that, they have their stuff together, and they have made this process thus far seamless in my eyes. So think about it, guys, and drop some comments. Let me know what you think. If you do work for Prime and you see this and you have some comments or anything, let me know, because again, this is from my take. I would love to learn more what you think. So God bless, and until next time.